A Sherman teen is now a world champion after taking home a gold medal in the Kids World No-Gi Championship in California last month. Kristen Shanahan caught up with him today and shares his story.
Good pressure, make your arms go, go. Beautiful.
14-year-old Anthony Tapia has fought his way to the top. In July, he took home not only his first medal in jiu-jitsu, but a world title in a teen expert division.
I feel like a proud moment representing Sherman, Texas, representing my coach, my family.
It's huge. It's like the Super Bowl. It's a big thing. He's a top kid in the world now as far as jiu-jitsu in his weight class.
Owner of Fight Time Fitness, Michael West, has been coaching Tapia for 2 years now.
You know, to go out to California with the world-class competition and do so well and beat kids that were at the top of the game for the past several years and take them to a submission, that's just huge.
And their son's achievement is emotionally moving for his parents.
Proud. Yes, more happy.
I love the sport because, like, my family, representing my family, my coach. I just love going into the ring. I love fighting. I love jiu-jitsu.
The mixed martial arts sport focuses on a self-defense system, but it takes more than just strength.
It's kinetic chess. It's methodical. You got to think it out. What happens next? Feeling, balance, and then technique.
I feel like calm and I feel like this is what I'm meant to do.
Tapia says the sport has taught him a lot of life lessons and has helped shape who he is.
Discipline and like respect and all that. I used to be like this, like wannabe thug, and now I'm getting respect, and my coach has been teaching me a lot of life lessons.
And watch out, UFC, because Tapia says this is just the beginning of his career.
I'm headed there, and I'm coming strong, and I'm motivated, I'm confident, I feel like I can win.
In Sherman, Kristen Shanahan, News 12.
Coming up next in sports.
Gracie Veterano, old family first, fam. Taught the world to swing that double-edged sword, it works, fam. BJJ from GJJ, like Cool Herc gave birth to what your DJ plays. But despite the lineage, I will never be closed-minded. Refuse to see beyond the lines, you go blind. Rocker travels the 10th planet, I flow free. I'm welcome on mini-mats, gi to no gi. Though my branch traces roots to the original tree. Roots sprouted from the original seed. Water with blood, sweat, and tears, spotlight with sunlight. That tree became a forest, Ballet Tudo done right. Then Hoist dominated them all in one night. And hate song hasn't been beaten in one fight. Flow with the goal, in a hit on and Holly know that to continue to win, we must continue to grow. Let's go!
Jen, look. Look at that. Look at that. That's terrible passing. Oh! Oh! Elu, she's not even putting her hands together either. She's going freestyle with elbows. When we try freestyle. Should I try? Yes.
get dropped, but I'm right back in. I'm gonna fight this shit, I'm gonna take this. I get dropped, but I'm right back in. I've been through worse, I can handle this. I get dropped, it's what
If you're like me, you find it very hard to keep your dick dry. I left my dick unprotected and it was warped out of shape in no time. I could barely recognise my own dick. Imagine that. Then I discovered Schaefer's New Zealand style dick sealant. The best way to take care of your dick in 3 easy steps. First, wash your dick with soap and water. Then, wait for your dick to dry. Once your dick is clean and dry, paint your dick with Schaefer's dick sealant. I used to be too embarrassed to invite people over to see my dick. But now, my dick's the talk of the town. I even have pictures of my dick. Check out that dick. I'm going to send this to my secretary. Barbara always loves to receive my dick pics. After all, summertime is all about spending time on your dick. I'll often have 20 to 30 people on my dick at once. That can really wear your dick out, causing dick splinters and discoloration. But with Schaefer's dick sealant, my dick stays a nice golden brown colour. Who wouldn't want a golden dick? I used to never let children anywhere near my dick. My dick was too dangerous for kids to play on. But it seems like every kid in the neighbourhood's been on my dick this summer, and they've all had a good time. My dick's over 70 years old, but it looks brand new. That's part of the reason all my neighbours are jealous of my dick. Isn't that right, Jim?
Yes, you've got a nice dick, okay?
His wife is always on my dick, begging me to know the secret of my perfect dick. If you like Schaefer's dick sealant, check out Schaefer's New Zealand style cock. I had a huge hole in my dick, but I fixed it by jamming some cock in it. You'd be surprised how many things you can fix by jamming cock into them. Have an extra large hole in your dick? Try Schaefer's African style cock. Just go to your local home improvement store and ask for the big black cock. Schaefer's New Zealand style dick sealant. Don't put it on your penis. There's also a helpful number on the back. Hi, I've got a question about my dick. Schaefer's New Zealand style... Hey, get that squirrel off my dick. He knows he's not allowed to come on my dick.
Are you ready, Blue? Let's go.
nice one.
Red camera. You got that new red. We're gonna start adding stomp transitions to the top of F1 and F2. And F1 right now is, let me use Laurie from Finland. Here's Laurie right here. 10th planet temp here, Finland. Beast! Beast! Damn. So, right now, warm-ups F1, we start in the cocoon. Very important that you just feel comfortable there. A lot of you guys are, don't really even know the stomp and really don't know how to transition off this golden position. Probably one of the most important positions, clinches in my game. In my game. Right here. This is all I'm looking for. You gave me that overhook and I got some neck control. Because all I need to do is control you here just for 2 seconds. That's it. I don't need to control you here for 30 seconds or it's a failure. Just 1, 2 seconds. Just long enough. Boom. I don't know how I got here. A lot of you guys have started. You don't know why we're starting here. Some of you guys don't know the importance. You don't even hold that overhook tight. You might just grab this like this. Like that. You don't really know that this overhook is everything. Everything. Because I can get right to this overhook and this neck control. So hard to get in grappling. Very hard to get that clinch right there in grappling. Because in grappling, you're not punching, so you can use your arms 100% to frame. There's no punching, so when you're dealing with a guy who can use his arms 100% to frame, it's harder to get a clinch. It's easier when they're punching, and clinches are so easy in MMA. Going from side control to putting a guy in full guard, easier in MMA, easier. Because as soon as they sit up and punch, they're not controlling. All their weight is not on that person. All their weight's, boom, you're cocking that back. So that's why you see in MMA, dudes lose side control easily. As soon as they start elbowing, dude recovers half guard at least. They go to full guard transition. So easy in MMA. You just see like, whoa, these big transitions that you don't see in grappling. Putting a guy in full guard in grappling is difficult. Very difficult to put someone in full guard in grappling. But when they're punching, easy. MMA, so standard, easy. Guy on top wants to go in full guard at first. He's just happy he's on top and he doesn't want to get elbows coming up. So he's like, okay, you got me in full guard, no big deal. Guy on the bottom can throw some elbows and punches. If he's consciously aware of that. A lot of guys don't, but it's like, man, you could really throw elbows the whole time you're on the ground. You know, the whole time. Some guys do that. Some guys just go ape shit. And they just throw elbows while they're while someone's in their guard. Some people just say, I'm just gonna clinch, I'm just gonna hold on. All right, so this clinch, the cocoon, hard to get in grappling. You gotta be tricky to get that overhook. He knows you want the overhook. Every time you attempt to get an overhook, boom, he hits you with the limp arm. Bam, he hits you with the limp arm. And then you gotta go back. It's part of the game. It's like throwing a combo that missed. What do you throw a combo and you miss and you don't throw a combo anymore? No, you go after that overhook again. You're going after that overhook again. And when I'm thinking 100% overhooks is when I'm rolling against someone that I can't sweep. Too big, too good. I already made the decision. Why would I keep wasting all my energy trying to sweep this guy? I gotta finish him off my back. And if I make that decision, I want an overhook into rubber guard. I don't want to get into full guard and then try to get the hand on the mat. You got to be able to do that too. You got to be able to take it from step 0 Step zero meaning I got him in full guard, but he's got posture. I haven't even breaking his posture yet. Forget about the hand on the mat. Let's see if I can even break his posture. That's an art. And still, even though it's an art, there's going to be guys that you just can't break down. Then after trying all your different ways to break him down, then you decide, I got to start over, man. The only way I'm going to go into full guard with him is if I already have the... You can't, if you don't understand that, man, you're definitely not playing rubber guard right now, because that is so huge. Very hard to play rubber guard if every time you go into it, you're starting from step zero. You have to be good at hitting it from step zero. You have to be good at that. But you want to be good at skipping a bunch of steps too. It's like when you're playing football. You have to have a strong enough offense to march the football down the field from your own one. And you're like, that's all right. Bad field position, but we're going to march the fuck down, right? You have to be able to do that. But you don't want to you want to avoid that shit. When they kick the ball off, you want to get as far as you can. Hopefully get to midfield, boom. We're not on the one, we're on midfield now. That's what we want. That's what this is about. That's what hunting for overhooks is about. I'm hunting for the overhook, not because he's trying to punch me, because we're not punching him here. In MMA, you're going to hunt for that overhook so that he can't fucking punch you. You're going to be in this clinch. Whatever guard you play in grappling, whatever it is, anybody is playing in grappling. If there's someone punching you, you're going to play this guard right here. Real quick, you're going to play this guard. You're going to hold on. Even though you never played it before in your lives, maybe, or this is just not your style, it will be your style real quick. Because this ain't going to be your style. Right here, this ain't going to be your style. You're going to get knocked down if this is your style. You're going to go, oh, damn, this guy's really throwing heat. This guy's throwing heat here. Whoa. So the goal is, if you're fighting MMA and you want to make your grappling training translate in MMA, you got to play full guard with an overhook, because that's the stance that's going to be happening when dudes are throwing down. You got to have game from there. You got to have game from that overhook and head neck control, because that's where you're at, full guard, overhook, neck control. The only thing that turns it into what turns it into rubber guard, you flip a leg up, boom, pull out the overhook now, bam. That's it. That shouldn't take you 5 minutes to make that transition. If that's not your game, if you don't have game from the overhook, then you can just transition. You're already in full guard and you have that overhook. Damn, you don't even have, you just flip that leg up, boom, then pull out the overhook. You're ready to rock. And if you had full guard, you wouldn't need to go to meat hook. You just hug the knee and try to go to invisible collar because you're in full guard, right? So the main goal here is if I get to this position here, I can't get to invisible collar. If I had full guard, my goal is to get to invisible collar. That's it. Just totally immobilize the guy right here. Figure out what I'm going to do here. I'm either going to hit muddy waters on him, or I'm going to go to the Gogo Clinch from here too. I got both paths. I'm not thinking about omoplatas, Jew claw. No, that's, if all else fails, he forces me into Jew claw. Then that's another battle. I'm going there. We're just getting there to immobilize, completely immobilize. That's all I'm thinking. Full guard, I'm going to get to invisible collar. That's total immobilization. Can't really hit him with elbows there for MMA, but total immobilization. Full guard, invisible collar. Why? Because we're going to try to set up muddy waters. I'm going to get that arm. His right arm's out of the mix, so I'm going to attack that arm. Or I'm just going to go right to the Gogo Clinch from there. If I was in 3/4 guard, real simple. My foot's caught. Can't go to invisible collar. Foot's caught. So we're not going to invisible collar. We're going right to the Gogo Clinch. But we got to stop the pass first. Because if my foot is here, you got to recognize right here that if I just stay right here, he's going to get to all those, to that Gogo Clinch, to get there. So important in my game. Anytime I'm going against someone who has 30, 40 pounds on me, he's a beast, and I can't sweep him, I already made the decision in my head. I'm just going to go hunt for overhooks. I got to get him in the Gogo Clinch. If that guy's a beast and I can't sweep him, Jew claw ain't going to be that much effective for you. He's going to pull out of that shit. You have to finish looking at him squared up. You have to get him an invisible collar, or really it's the Gogo Clinch. The bigger we're trying to get to the Gogo Clinch as soon as possible. Because right there, don't matter how big he is, you got him trapped. That's the last guard technique, offensive guard technique that works. Everything else after that, if that doesn't work, he's just too big. Now you're in survival mode. You ain't getting anything. Guys, too big, too good. There's going to be a lot of guys like that for you. Too big, too good. Then you got to think, okay, I'm just going to survive. Or he's so good, he's tapping you out twice around. At that point, like, I'm going to try to survive with minimal taps. Maybe I get the whole round and even tap. It's a different kind of win. You understand? But when you face one of these beasts, the last thing that's going to work is this, in my experience. So that's why it's important to own that overhook. Take it all the way to the Gogo Clinch. Right when you're at the Gogo Clinch, the size difference doesn't matter anymore. He's done. He's stuck. He can't stack you, and he can't posture up. He's stuck. You got his head clamped to the side of your leg. You're right here. Boom. He's gone. Figure for your leg, and then it's over. And then from that position, what's so good about getting to the Gogo Clinch? I finally got that overhook, transitioned to New Jersey. Then I went right to meat hook, stopped the pass, and then once he clammed up and forgot about the pass, boom, then I clear the neck. Now I'm in Gogo Clinch. I want to break his soul there. I want to break him down. All right? We'll get into the submissions how do you finish a guy from the Gogo Clinch? We'll get into that right now. But first, the most important thing is the stomp. The stomp is where you get your overhooks. You're in a bad position. You could put yourself in that position purposely if you have that much faith in your butterflies. Got to have faith in your butterflies. They gotta be your dogs. Dangerous. Feels when I'm in head and arm here, and I can't get this underhook back. As soon as you feel the butterflies, release the clinch, and you got to back up now. And then the guy on the bottom is gonna hit your eye. If you transition from the lockdown to super stomp to butterfly without the clinch, then you didn't really gain anything. At least it's not in top half, but you kind of wanted that because he committed to the underhook. You're tricking him. You're putting yourself in a bad spot. Oh, you got top half, boom, and then you come back. Because it's so hard to get him to commit to the underhook otherwise. He'll take that underhook if you're going to give him top half. I'll take it. I'll take that underhook. I'll challenge him. I'll challenge that butterfly. I'll squeeze my knees together. And then at one point, if he beats me, I'm like, damn, now I got to back up. As soon as you feel that butterfly. Okay? So anytime you're doing the stomp, you need both guys need to cooperate. This particular flow, the sweep works. We don't go to the Gogo Clinch. It's just to make sure we're getting a good butterfly workout. What we're going to do after this is we're going to go a different spot. We're up to the cocoon, but we ain't in the sweep. We're going to beat them off like that. You got to be able to do both. Get up to the cocoon, bam, and hit him with some professional sweeps. Or, bam, hit him with a professional sweep. He bases. Then we go to rubber guard as our second choice. And we also just got to go, forget the sweep, right to rubber guard. We don't need that sweep. I don't need to. 3 different possibilities from the cocoon, all with the overhead. And then ultimately, you're going to be able to have to hit, get to the cocoon, and the options from the cocoon, those 3 options, there's more, but those 3 basic, most important ones. You're in the cocoon, bam, which one you going to? Usually I get to the cocoon, I just flip my leg up, bam, boom, we're going to rubber guard. But what if I can sweep this guy, but I just couldn't get the underhook, and he got the underhook, bam. Now I go to the cocoon, now I'm going to sweep you, because I can't sweep. There's choices. And then you're going to have to hunt for overhooks, even in side control. Then all the flexibility-based side control escapes, jailbreak, and there's a couple different variations of the jailbreak. Once you start doing those and you have the overhook, they never see that one coming. Sometimes I'm on top, maybe I'm on top here, then you start salvaging shit. Like, yeah, he's gonna get on top, but boom, I got that overhook at least, man, now I'm already in a good rubber guard spot. You got to skip steps when you can. You got to run back that football as far as you can. But if you get stopped at your own 5, you got to be able to break it apart too. You need practice there. Does that make sense? So the stomp, again, becomes very, very important, crucial. You're not going to hit your eye with that clinch. It's all about going to butterfly, but you still have that clinch. So you have the overhook and advance in here. As soon as that butterfly pops up, this one comes like that. Just an underhook. That's what's going to hold them together. Overhook and an underhook. Guy on top, back up as soon as the butterfly pops out. Guy on top, when you feel that butterfly inserted on the outside, squeeze your knees together. These are things that you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to, it's not a, you got to have some resistance. Do the right things defensively, just don't resist 100%. The guy on top, as soon as he puts that outside butterfly, you better squeeze your knees together or that transition is going to be too easy for him. And dudes are just going to smoke you with this transition. I'm showing you how to counter that. Because if you squeeze your knees together 100% and he can't get his right leg out, he might undo that butterfly and go back to the lockdown. Do you understand? There's a battle there. Let's go. Where's your butterfly? You don't even have a butterfly. Your butterfly hasn't even been in. Your blood butterfly. That's the one that goes in first.
What's up, everybody? I just want to talk about the Northwest No-Gi seminar, first one ever, 10PJJ. Man, you know how we do. It was awesome. I had so much fun. Nathan Orchard, Phil Schwartz, you guys are the best. Put together quite a fun weekend. I will be back forever until I die. Eddie Bravo, he's the man. He's doing cool things. He's created a monster in myself and in 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. And it's so cool to see how many people he's inspired. So many guys, badass athletes, weirdos, you know, nerds, jiu-jitsu freaks. I love it. I love it. It's so cool to be around people like me, you know, weird guys that find enjoyment in squeezing and choking and breaking dudes. And that's how my brain works. You know, I've had a hard time growing up with a lot of stuff, school, and I've never really been into team sports or anything like that. But once I found jiu-jitsu, I have this active back of my head that's always going on, and throughout school and everything, it was difficult, ADHD and all that. But now with jiu-jitsu, that craziness in the back of my head that is so disruptive and so frustrating growing up is calm. With jiu-jitsu in the back of my head, I'm just doing jiu-jitsu all the time. It's fucking awesome. I just tap somebody. I have so much fun doing jiu-jitsu and training with guys like everybody up there. Highly recommend it. Nathan Orchard, he's the man. Gio Martinez, the dude at the end, I can never remember his name. He was awesome, Canadian guy. What a dick for not remembering his name. It's a funny name though. Gio, wow, you know what? Mine and Gio's game, and Nabil. Anyway, I learned a lot. I picked up a lot of things that I'm gonna take with me. I got them on tape. I'm gonna grow. You know, I don't know, this weekend came down to food and drinks and partying with the guys and just having fun. About $225-ish. It was worth every penny. I would do it again. I will do it again. So if you're out there and you're thinking about doing something fun, jiu-jitsu, man, it works for me. And if you want to be part of something awesome, 10thplanetjujitsu.com, Eddie Bravo, up here, 10th Planet Portland, 10th Planet's taking over, they're everywhere. Look into it. It's kind of crazy, it might not be for you, but it's definitely for me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, all you guys that instructed this weekend. I'm definitely going to get better and grow from everything that I've learned. and all the 10th Planet Portland guys and everybody that was out with us. You know, it's an honor to know all you guys, and I look forward to, you know, shining in the system with all of you. So thank you. I love you guys. 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, for real, for life. It's awesome. Try it out. 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, 10thplanetjj.com. Peace.
Again, now it's on top of F1 and F2. Remember the first one? We just started from here. You guys are acting like we've never done this before. And then we went, but now since we're coming from the top, we're looking like this. Does that confuse anybody? That doesn't confuse anybody? Why are we coming like this now at the cocoon instead of this?
So it takes too long. Then what do you extend it over?
Yo, Juan's like, what? And then the second one that we've been doing for the last year and a half is we start from the cocoon here, and now he bases with his hands. The exact same thing. And remember, all we're trying to do is get to the cocoon with the clinch intact. So if you get to the cocoon and you're not squeezing 100%, you're not practicing anything. Because if we get to butterfly but we don't have the clinch, then it's just open guard. You understand? So just tell yourself in the beginning, just overhook in advance, pin arm strong. All right. That's it. This is the first step. This is the first step.
Yeah, it doesn't go on your head. Oh.
Where is it at?
It's on your side. You don't put it there.
Isn't this his hip? This is the beginning of it. Remember, we're doing this for the overhook. So if you're like this and then you try to put a butterfly in and you're here, and where's the overhook at? We're hunting for overhooks. Ooh, we got it. Oh, look, well, we got it. I'm going to hold on. I got this one. Now I just got to make sure I get my legs in the right spot to make this worth anything. If I have them in butterfly, it's worth a lot. It's golden. You understand? If I can't get the butterfly and he passes, hold on to it. See if you can do some jailbreaks after that. Too hard? Guy on top. As soon as you feel that butterfly's in, squeeze your knees together. As soon as you feel the leg escape, separate and back up. As soon as you feel that butterfly, squeeze your knees together. This is what you're supposed to do. As soon as you fail, you squeeze your knees together so that he couldn't pull his leg out and get into full butterfly. As soon as you feel the knee come out, you fail. Abort the clinch, back up and base, and you're gonna get the sweats. Start over. Try to limp arm too, a little bit. As soon as you let go and you back up, you should limp arm right there to back up and release yourself of that clinch. You understand? So do that a little 50% limp arm. If you limp arm 50% and you get free, do it on the bottom. This clinch needs lots of work. You understand? And you see how as soon as he made the decision to declinch and retreat, that's when I caught him. I hitched her right up. He's picking me up. You understand? Let's take it to another level. One of the most powerful, if not the most powerful mountain steps. Doesn't need any flexibility, you don't need shit. You just need to be able to practice that a couple thousand times. it works really, really well against big dudes. I got little dudes that are 145, 150. When I mount them, they just do this to me. I'm like, damn. So then you got to get into the mount with that underhook. At that point, you're like, okay, now I can't just get in the mount without an underhook. If I had an underhook, you can't do that. If I'm in the mount and I have an underhook, you can't do that. So that becomes just like rubber guard. Don't get into the mount unless you already have the underhook. You get it? So right here, if he was on his back, I'm not.
Yes, yes, swim through. Swim through. Swim through. Come on, Dylan. Got it. You got this. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's it. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. There you go, cousin.
Hey everybody, James Yeager here with Tactical Response, and I got the terrorist mouthpiece with me. This is, go introduce yourself.
I'm Dana McClendon. I am the consigliere to the Camden Mafia and the terrorist mouthpiece.
But what are we going to talk about? What are you going to talk about today?
Today's lesson is, it's a little off the beaten path of tactical response, but it's still something that you can use every day. This is the hot, crazy matrix. It's what you need to know about how to deal with women and how to analyze the situation that you may be in or want to be in.
Okay, let's take a look at that right now.
Okay, so this is the universal hot, crazy matrix. It's everything a young man needs to know about women. I've developed this on my own over 46 years of living on the earth. So this is how it works. You have your crazy axis and your hot axis. Hot is, as usual, measured from 0 to 10. We're all familiar with that. Crazy is measured from 4 to 10 because, of course, there's no such thing as a woman who's not at least a 4 crazy. So you got 4 to 10. This is your hot, crazy line right here. Very important that you keep in mind where the hot, crazy line is. As a rule, this is your no-go zone. We do not hang around and date and marry women who are not, at least in our mind, a 5. So this is your no-go zone. You don't go here. We just rule this out. Life is better this way. That's the way it is. All right. Above a 5 and to about an 8 and below the crazy line, this is your fun zone. You can hang out here and meet these girls and spend time with them. That's your fun zone, but keep in mind when you're in the fun zone, you want to move out of the fun zone to a more permanent location. Okay? So that's the fun zone above a 5, hot, below an 8, hot, and below the crazy line. This means these are most of the time not crazy. Okay? Above the danger zone, above the crazy line, we have the danger zone. This is your redheads, your strippers, anyone named Tiffany. This is hairdressers. This is where your car gets keyed. You get a bunny in the pot. Your tires get slashed, and you wind up in jail. Now that we have some of the chart filled in, we got a couple more pieces to put in. But at this point, understand something. This is not a static environment. This is a situation where you have got to use this matrix over time to develop some reliable data. It's like a dope chart, okay? Because at any moment in time, any woman that you have previously located on this chart can vanish from that location and appear anywhere else on the chart. So what you have to do is over time collect some data. And once you have a cluster of data points, you can begin to consider that reliable. Now, moving on, you have this zone here. This is below the crazy line, above an 8 hot, but still, you know, about a 7 crazy. This is your date zone. You can stay in the date zone indefinitely. These are women that you introduce to your friends and your family. They're good looking and they're reasonably not crazy most of the time. Okay, so this is, you can stay here indefinitely. Now, above an 8 hot and between about a 7 and a 5 crazy, this is your wife zone. Okay, when you meet this girl, you should consider a long-term relationship. This zone is not scaled to size. This is a representation and not an actual. This is not a pie chart showing you how many of these people are out there. This is simply a representation of what you're after. You want to be 5 to 7 crazy above an 8 hot. That's your wife zone. Okay. Now, below a 5 crazy and above an 8 hot, this is your unicorn zone. These things don't exist. If you find a unicorn, please capture it safely, keep it alive. We'd like to study it and maybe look at how to replicate that. Okay? So I was explaining this to a guy one time and he said, wait a minute. I met this girl and she's like smoking hot. She's like at least a 9 and she's chill. She's totally cool. She's like not even a 3 crazy. I said, you're telling me you've met a girl, she's a 9 hot, and she's like a 2 or a 3 crazy. He said, yeah, man, I like her a lot. I said, you should be careful. That's a dude. You're talking to a tranny. So you got to be careful, because down here below a 4 crazy and above an 8 hot, you're probably talking to a dude. That is the universal hot crazy matrix.
All right, Dana, that was pretty good. Now, let me ask you, like, for the women watching, is there a male version of that? I mean, would it also be?
Oh yeah, it's a little simpler.
If a dude is super hot, okay.
Yeah, it's a little simpler, but we can do it real quick. It doesn't take very long at all. For women, this is your matrix. You got your cute axis, and you got your money axis. Okay, and if you have, there's only 3 sections. Women have a very large no-go zone. This is for dudes who are neither hot nor have a lot of money. You'll notice over here, this is the husband section. Once you cross a line and have sufficient amounts of money, it is no longer relevant how hot you are. And then women have a fun zone here where a dude is broke but hot. That is the cute versus rich matrix for women's use.
There you go. Remember, your responsibility to be ready to date hot bitches never ends.
Here endeth the lesson.
Once we've polished and mastered the transition from heading on with the lockdown, or even if he has traditional, if you're going to this transition, it's better to be in tradition. Lockdown's only good for survival and for electric chairs. All right? Whip them up to whip down as well. But if he already gave up on sweeping me because I'm so useless stuff. There's no sweeping happening. He already decided no sweep, so he might as well have traditional half because it's easier to go from traditional half to the stomp. Because look, the leg curl's already there. Going to stomp. Look. All he's got to do is put that butterfly. If he was in the lockdown, then it's a bigger move. But still, you should have that like a ninja tip. You should reaction. Right? So, doesn't really matter. But if you already know where you're going, you're already hunting for over, you could just leave traditional in there. It's actually easier and probably it's for sure safer because the leg curl's already in there. Does that make sense? All right. So once you have this whole transition down, and we get to the cocoon, we have that overhook, we polish it. We've done this thousands of times. It's on. It's game on right here. Remember, we're bypassing the sweeping man. The guy's a beast. 30, 40 pounds, just terrible. Can't sweep him. Now, I'm not going to try to sweep him like we've been doing in the warm-ups. As soon as I get here, I'm just going to... You may be asking yourself, why not the Gogo Plata? It's the Gogo Clinch right there. You can always go back to a Gogo and threaten with a Gogo Plata, for sure, 100%. For me, this is what I'm doing. I'm just working on that clinch. I'm working on just taking the guy's soul, breaking him down, making him hate it, making him realize there's no way out, and then attacking. Meanwhile, I'm working on my clinch. The stronger that clinch is, the better your control. After a while, it's just going to be like a vice grip. You could learn how to do a darce or a Japanese necktie in 5 minutes, but when are you going to be able to pull it off on someone legit? You got to develop those muscles to get that vice grip, that certain clinch. Every clinch needs developing. When are you spending time developing these clinches? You should spend some extra time developing clinches, but in your rolling, you got a guy's back. Spend time clinching and riding that over-under and just controlling dudes and not just going for the choke really quick. Learn how to control, work on your clinch. In reality, in competition, you want to take them out as fast as possible. But we're working on our clinches. We're working on our control. We're working on those positions where they're helpless and completely immobilized. Chop and block. You want to get really good at the chop block. Spider web. This is like the spider web of rubber guard. You can consider it that. When we're trying to armbar someone or arm crush them, we're not going after the arm crush. We're going after spider web. We're going after the position. Yes, sometimes in that transition, we just throw an arm crush right on top of them, catch them off guard. But generally, we're trying to get there, control them, own them in that position, demoralize them, humiliate him, break his soul, and then you tap him. At that point, he's ready to go. He like gave up because I can't get out of this. Anyway, generally, you'll have a guy caught in a position like this Gogo Clinch or spider web, and they realize, oh my God, I'm in some deep shit. I got to get out now. No more waiting. This is my final chance. If I'm getting out, so they go right away. They thrash. They try their escapes. If you counter all that shit, they're gonna go one more time really hard. They go, I gotta go one more time real hard. They might go more, but a lot of times after that second time, they'll settle down and go, shit, I better conserve my energy. I don't want to waste my energy. That's when you get them. They're not even trying to escape. It's better, in my opinion, than going after the finish too quick when they have confidence still. They're bursting and they're like going to give it everything they can. You want to stop all that. You don't want to try to finish them when they're ready to explode and give it all. You want them to give up and then attack when they're not exploding. Same thing here. I got them in the Gogo. I could go right to. In my experience, that's where you get the big, crazy wrestlers that you can't control with anything else. You get them right there, it doesn't matter how big they are. They're helpless. Could be just a big jiu-jitsu guy. It doesn't have to be a big wrestler. Big, giant, awesome jiu-jitsu guy with 4 years of judo. You got to get him in that Gogo Clinch. And then from that Gogo Clinch, man, the Hazlitt's right there. I would rather have a Hazlitt than a Gogo Plata. I like the Gogo position for the control. They can't stack. They can't pull out. They're done there. But the finish, I'd rather get him with a Hazlitt. Rather get him with that. There's no flip in or it doesn't matter. His arm is out of the mix. When you're going for a Gogo, you still got to contend with his arm. In the Hazlitt, his arm's out of the mix. He's done. He's like this. Okay? So now, all we're going to do, it's a nice feeling. They can't posture up. They can't stack. There's nothing they can do here. It's the only spot I've been able to find, or just in my experience for my rolling, to control someone bigger and stronger than you. Way bigger and stronger than you. It's the only place where I felt total control. That's the only spot. There's no other spot you can just totally control a giant dude. That is the only one right there. Right here. You got to get him right here so you can. You got to get him right there. Right here. Psh. Anywhere else. Psh. Anywhere else. Psh. 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 Right here in the neck. That's a good spot. Good angle. I can't really see. Does that make sense? What's that? Roll into what? Can you roll forward? If you don't have the proper leg position, you rest. You gotta have your legs. I'm pulling on his arm, stretching out my legs. This leg is holding him down, and then I'm here. It's like this. Your legs are not relaxed. You're stretching him out. That's the Gogo Clinch and that Hazlet is the only spot that I found where you could take out big ass wrestlers that you can't get on top of. Right there. You don't want to try to get on top of them. You want to get them right there. And for you girls, this should be like all you guys do. Because most of the guys you roll with are bigger and stronger. Not all of them.
Why you gotta look at me?
I looked at both of you, not all of them. Because you guys are stronger than a lot of the dudes. I ain't naming no names. Let's go, guys.
That is where you got your answers. How about, let's have a video war. This is where the science comes in. You want your science, pseudoscience, tinfoil conspiracy hat. How about I'll battle you with video testimonials of actual demolition experts on video watching Tower 7 go down and then tell you what they think. And what they think about the theory about fires. Video after video, chemical engineer, structural engineer. That is science. That is, it can't be more scientific than that. Data. There's not one video of any demolition expert watching and going, oh, that's fires. Why? Because it's impossible. They're not saying, it's 30% fires, 70% demo. They're saying, impossible that a building could ever go down like that with fires. That's not how, it's never happened before. And all the skeptics, they admit that. They say right there, they go, it's never happened before, but you never know, anything's possible. That's what the skeptics are telling you. Fucking scary. That's scary. That's scary. What evidence do you, what scientists? The science that came out 7 years later after they didn't know what, they couldn't put it in the 9/11 commission report, Tower 7, they just left it out, they didn't know what to say, fuck, a plane was putting it down on some shit. So they left it out, and then millions of people were like, what the fuck with Tower 7? What the fuck with Tower 7? What the fuck with Tower 7? How the fuck did that come out? We have 5 angles of that motherfucker being demoed. We have over 2,000 architects and engineers on video. That impossible fucking built. There was buildings next to the Twin Towers. There was a build, like, I think it was building 4, building 6, in between Tower 7 and the Twin Towers, that were jacked up, but none of them collapsed. All those buildings, none of them collapsed. But Tower 7, which was on the outside of the World Trade Center.
Championship, World Athlete, or key friend from Metal Athlete, and Todd Burlingame is reporting.
bitch, hungry bitch, fat, hungry bitch, fat, hungry bitch, hungry bitch. Look at that bitch, ooh, fat, hungry bitch, that's a fat, hungry bitch. 10 twinkles on a titty bitch. She got the deep fried chicken wing necklace, hot dogs in the motherfucking pocket. Watch her smack her lip while she eating jerky links, eating all night, giving me a hot stick. When she fart real gross, I be smelling it. Smells stale than a motherfucking pufferfish. Gold leather bag full of old bacon strips. Big stomach like she pregnant. I gotta get her on my dick. Ooh, girl, do you want a social link? Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. 10 twinkles on a titty bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. 10 twinkles on a titty bitch. She a motherfucking star. Look at the size of her arm. Shake a limb, make a log flap hard. Make that bitch eat out, fill her up with carbs. She need McDonald's pronto. 7 quarter pounds down a pie hole. Deep throat, brown dick shits like a hobo. If you bite her ass, then you better wear poncho. Cheese nacho, that's a fave snack. I be staring when she make that ass clap. I got my pants off so I can fap. Rock hard cause I love my girls fat. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. 10 twinkles on a titty bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch. 10 twinkles on a titty bitch. I'm going drumstick. I'm going drumstick. I'm going drumstick. Fat hungry bitch, that's a fat hungry bitch.
Aim for the head, go for the throat. 1 for the money and 2 for the show. Shooting like stars to travel the globe. Zooming your view like a Truman alone. Root of the bone, roof getting blown. All for this motherfucker, bury my soul. Now that you know, take it in stride. Nobody's gonna make it out alive. You're probably gonna wanna pray to Christ. Take a moment to breathe and heed advice. Weaving this web to seeds of lies. Attracts every angle, creed and type. I knew that I couldn't believe the hype. I knew I had to see it in a different light. I knew
not easy. If you have the flexibility, if you can get into lotus, you can play them. But you just got to practice the steps. And you got to understand that if there's not a 100% clinch going on at all times, it's not going to work. You got to be clinched. It's got to be strong. Lord? Depending on your opponent, some guys are really hard to triangle. Some guys have really good triangle escape. They can survive in them. It's very hard to survive in a Hazlet. That's like 99% done. That's over. So I would hit the triangle if Hazlets are falling apart, or if you can't quite get that foot under his armpit. Then the triangle, last resort. If there's no triangle, then you're going to go to Juklaw and start fighting from Juklaw, working at omoplata. That needs to be massive. You need to be dangerous from there as well. Maybe the Gogo Clinch fell apart and he blocked it, and now we end up in Juklaw. You don't want to go to Juklaw from rubber. You don't want to just go there. Let's try to end it first, and if it doesn't work out, then you try to go omoplatas and there'll be sweeps and all. You don't want to intentionally go there. Because if the guy's too much of a beast, like this opponent today, he's too much of a beast to sweep, you're going to try to omoplata this guy, that's probably not going to work either. That one goes out with it too. Once the weight increases to a point and the strength, most jiu-jitsu goes out the ground. Just at the high level, at the next weight category, everything goes out. That's why you're not seeing anybody in Abu Dhabi going up a weight. I'm going to try this weight. No way, because all their weapons are... as good as Cobrina is with, Marcelo is a weight above him. None of that stuff works on Marcelo. That's just a weight above. You understand? So, this guy's a beast. Nothing's working on him. So let's not go to Juklaw. Let's not hit the triangle unless we have to. Hazlet, that's the giant killer. And this one's even better, the leg Hazlet. So we're still going to work. Everybody knows the vice grip. But there's 1,000 different levels. Where's your level at? The only way you're going to get to the highest levels is by just doing it. Just practice. Getting in there with live drills. Taking that clinch to the highest possible levels. It isn't just knowing a certain technique or a submission and then that's it. I know it. I'm good. That's it. I know that one. It isn't like I know that one. Like do people fear that one on you? Are they talking about, oh, shit. Watch out, Christian. He's going to get you that Japanese necktie. If they're not saying that, you got work to do. If they're not coaching, if their coaches aren't going, watch out for his guillotine, watch out for his straight ankle lock. You got work to do on those particular techniques. If they're not talking about it with you, you got to work. It's not over. Oh, I know it. Yeah, you know it. Everybody knows a arm and guillotine, but how come there's only a few guys that are really good at it? Same thing. Everybody knows it. You get it? So we're waiting. We're working on that clinch until something presents itself. If nothing presents itself, then you go after the go-go. You go after the triangle. But I would way rather have a Hazlet or a leg Hazlet. Rubber shoulders, unless he's one of those dudes, they can just touch their ears.
Most girls. And Derek.
Huh?
And Derek.
Derek, really? Sometimes there is those guys out there. At that point, go-go or triangle, right? But I'd like to wait, immobilize, and go for the big money submissions, the real giant killers. Those are the ones. All that other stuff ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna happen. You might not ever even get to Gogo Clinch. The ultimate goal is to be able to get to that Gogo Clinch off a flying coming through. Because the guy might be so big that he's gonna smash even through your meat hook, even through that triangle setup that you're just using to stop the pass. The giant might go right through that. So really, the goal is we gotta cut out. This guy's too damn good. We gotta cut out even more steps. So this is the last thing that's gonna work. I chopped out even more steps. Instead of going step 0, which is full guard, without the posture broken, you gotta break his posture again. You gotta get him in mission control. You gotta somehow zombie him. Somehow. That could take 2 minutes of patience and mind games. And then 4, you gotta clear his neck, pop. By the time you get to the Gogo Clinch, that's 8, 9 steps. Flying Kung Fu, you eliminate it to 2 steps. That's the hardest one. You got to have flexibility for this one. This is the one this is the last one that works. You got to be able to. That's the ultimate goal. But you got to be able to get into lotus without using your hands. Once you can do that, then you can do those flying Kung Fus. You understand? That's why you got to keep working on your flexibility. Wherever you're at in your flexibility, you're still doing the same thing. Whether you're here, you're still working on it. And even if you can do this, I can't do that to the back of my head. Some guys can do that. Some guys will cross their feet behind their head. I still got a lot of flexibility to improve upon. A lot. Because once you can cross your feet behind your head, you're unmountable. You can't mount those guys. Those guys just bring their feet in, and you're like, you don't want to mount those guys. And if they're good at leg locks and they're unmountable, now you don't. Those are guys you don't want. You want to be unmountable. So that's the goal. I'm still working on my flexibility. Look at that. Oh, damn.
Yeah, but I use hands.
Huh? But that's still good. At the first step is to be able to do it with your hands. And then after a while, they get so loose, and then they get more rubbery. And the more flexibility you have right here, it's real simple. It's not just rubber guard flexibility. It's defense and escapes and all these different mount escapes. And your flexibility will literally save your ass. You understand? So now we're doing the leg haste. One final. So we're still here.
Push your left arm straight through. Left arm straight through. Watch the sweep. Watch the sweep. Watch the sweep. Get the knee down. Get the knee down. Knee down. Yeah. Watch the arm. Get that knee back on the inside. Control his posture, Nick. Control his posture. Hey, up kicks, up kicks, up kicks. No, no, no. Watch the doors, watch the doors. Control that position, Japanese necktie. Beautiful. There you go. Lock it up. Let it go.
Where you're going, you're not coming back from.